everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is Authentic Jade here, and today we're going to go ahead and continue the series for Alan Wake 2. So basically, to kind of get you capped up on on episode 2. So we basically, got a feel for Bright Falls. Now we're in the morgue investigating Robert Nightingale's body, who he was former FBI. Apparently, he something happened. He lost his job, went missing since 2010 from the first Alan Wake game, and now he shows up 13 years later, of course, to be murdered. But something happens in the morgue that is impossible. He has no heart, guys, no heart, and he is summoned. So now it's a competition between it's a battle between Saga Anderson, which is our lead protagonist of the series at the moment, and it's basically a showdown between Robert Nightingale, who is keep in mind he's deceased, versus Saga. So we're just going to pick up from there. And if you are new, welcome. If you are a return viewer, welcome back. Thank you so much for your love and support. I'm so happy to have you. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. I just hope it doesn't put me all the way back because the last video, it did not leave me. So I need to kind of figure out how to manually save. Okay, so here we are. There's Alex Casey, one of the sheriffs, and then we have this sheriff here as well. Here's Robert Nightingale, who now we're going to go ahead and inspect the body.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Yeah, what an
Nightingale
audio app.
hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait!
Sheriff?
What the hell? Show me the clicker.
Casey!
It's dark.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
Shit. He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
try to get around.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall.
Ah, got me. It's fine. So it's a learning experience, so I have to remember to continue around. I think when he was doing that, I think I was supposed to sneak around, so we're gonna try that. We're gonna skip all of this because we already went through it, right?
He can't see me in the light.
But I can't.
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Go! Vanished.
Voila! So we finally finished the first chapter of Invitation. So we finished it. We finished it. We finished it. Yay us! Sorry about that first failure there, but let's continue. I don't want copyright for that.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward.
I love how Casey is so supportive of Saga.
Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose.
You are too. First of all, if a
There's one
dead
of the
man with
pages on
no
the floor.
heart, man,
These
they
pages are
murdered that
important.
sheriff.
Breaker dropped one before he disappeared.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Saga is crazy. She is so crazy. I would have been like, yeah, y'all gonna have to assign someone else to this case because I'm not cut out for this. Just straight up. Alright, let's go to the mine place.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
See what I'm saying? That was crazy. Exciting. What?
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
I mean, but I can't explain it. Wouldn't it go there? Okay, let me look. What does it say? Victim of the cult killing became a monster. I think that's everything. Yeah, so I think that's everything.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Lead the way, my dude. Ooh,
We heard
Don't scare
gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
like, yo, sheriffs are dead here, and y'all just like, oh, we came after the fact. Like,
That's crazy,
bruh.
Matt Thornton. Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff disappeared? Like poof? He's gone like magic? Magic's not real.
Mulligan? No, Thornton. Monsters aren't real, and magic's definitely not real. That.
Why would you teach your kids about magic and stuff if it's not real? Can I get out? I'm going the wrong way. But, like, let's be a little bit realistic.
Can't open this with my
like-
bare hands.
It's like, let's be a little bit real. All these monsters are real. I'm gonna be honest. Like, when I get a chance, you know, to become a parent one day, yeah. Because look at the people we deal with day in and day out. A lot of people are carrying a lot of darkness, a lot of monsters inside. and
They're a
they're
fine
masking
pair.
it. So, yeah, monsters are real.
Hey, how you
And
doing?
magic.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale in the lake?
The pages haven't been rung yet?
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
Sorry, I truly believe that this whole town has been taken over by this entity and that they're just in standby mode. Something's off about this whole area, and it seems like this town is, like, already dead and taken. That's just me. But, I don't know, like, maybe there are some who are protected and some of those who just already been taken. I really honestly can't tell by behavior. Move, Casey, dang.
Rinse and repeat.
clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
I feel them on that one. Don't become an adult. It's not fun.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story. The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed.
El Corazon. Okay.
Great. This area is supposed to be close to the public.
They're not public. Okay, let's see if I need to go to the mine place and find anything. I don't think I really grabbed anything that will prompt me.
Where is Nightingale hiding? Where is the overlap? The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Yeah, you're operating on a alternate dimension where an entity has more power than you. So yeah.
I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing, huh?
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
See, now mention how this dude in the overalls mentioned that he's from FBC. Now, if you played the game Control, that is who he works for. Now, does he know what's going on at the FBC? Probably not. We haven't really gotten anything from Remedy on what's happening in what timeline, but he is from the FBC, the Federal Bureau of Control.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous weather saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
See, and I don't like how Ilmo definitely kind of stopped him, but I love how the game and the direction is like, we can't give you too much, but we're gonna give you a little bit that the games are in sync with each other.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Ulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by.
See, I like that. Like, especially, I'm getting a little taste of different culture. And keep in mind, y'all, I got my passport, so I'm gonna be traveling. So maybe I can stop by Finland and Sweden. But their language sounds very beautiful, and I would love to explore more. But this is the question.
Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
Stop
That's
it.
all I've got for
You're
the
not,
moment.
You're not convincing me that a raccoon got through
What'd you find there, Stephen?
this.
Nothing. Just something that shouldn't be here. Raccoons my ass.
See what I'm saying? Raccoons my butt. Like, that's not raccoons. Now, keep in mind, if you check out my YouTube channel, I did do Control. And basically, this dude, and I'm not trying to spoil anything. I'm pretty sure if you play Alan Wake 2, hopefully you have a little background.
I'd be happy to get you VIP tickets into Coffee World. Just say the word.
Thanks, but I don't drink coffee.
We brew our own beer too. Ahma beer.
Oh, now we're talking.
I like Elmo. But yeah, the Federal Bureau of Control, basically they deal with like AWE, which is abbreviation for altered world events, aka supernatural events that is not of human distinction. So all of this in here, it's not for monitoring weather or volcanic activity. Where do you see a volcano out here? You're in the middle of the woods. They're tracking for supernatural entities or objects of power, which in this case we feel as though, in my opinion, I don't know if the object of power that Alan Wake has is the typewriter itself or whatever it is, but this is what this whole area is for. They're trying to monitor the object of power frequencies that are happening out here, because that is what the Federal Bureau of Control does. So let's read this letter, and maybe it might hint at something that we can probably look for in the future game, which if you haven't heard, I know Remedy did announce that they will be coming out with another Control 2. So let's see. Clear signs of tampering. Signal was rerouted into a transmitter that is not one of ours. I fixed it so any alerts will come our way, but it's definitely concerning. I'll make a report for the investigations department, which again, on my YouTube channel, we actually have gone through the investigations department. Leaving this here in case I'm not the next person to fix this thing. If you're reading this, check for tampering. We we may want to put more metal casing around the whole thing so that the quote-unquote raccoons can't get to it anymore. But you and I both know that's not raccoons. This is not raccoons that we're dealing with right now. See, like, I wish I can kind of like zoom in on this. See, look, Federal Bureau of Control, confidential. They have more files and stuff, but yeah, like what we're dealing with here is not like, no, it ain't no raccoons. But I love how they don't give too much away. But we're done here, so
Let's get to the murder site, Casey.
lead the way, Casey. I'll be going back to my
about this case
hotel.
keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve.
Nothing about this is normal. You guys are operating beyond what you can honestly do.
Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is.
Right, so like, if that was me, I would have been like, sorry, my bloodline don't mess with that stuff. That's like, that's y'all people's stuff. We don't do that. We don't mess around with that stuff. We don't play around with that stuff. I'm checking everything I know I have to check over there. I saw it, but I'm checking everything.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
So I'm gonna go to the case board so I can get some things here. Let's see. Symbols. No. Yeah, but so far this stuff is pretty crazy, guys. Like, it's pretty crazy. So I think after I get this done, I think this is where I'm going to stop episode 3. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop it here, guys. So thank you so much for attending episode 3 of Alan Wake 2. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and then we're just gonna go ahead and pick this up. Yeah, we're gonna pick this up a little bit later, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.